Well, good afternoon and welcome to the second edition of our 660 Club Retail Week Takeover. My name's Jeremy Bassett. I'm CEO of CoCubed, a London-based digital transformation agency. And when it comes to the retail industry, startups are inventing the future. At CoCubed, we're responsible for connecting the region's largest retailers with over 37,000 retail tech startups from around the world. Here's a 30-second overview of what we do. At CoCubed, we're passionate about democratizing innovation. We want to make it easier for retailers with challenges to connect with startups with solutions. Retailers get the plug-and-play solutions that they need that would otherwise cost them years and thousands of pounds to build themselves. And startups get access to the scale that they need to have the impact that they always envisaged. And of course, consumers get better services, better products, and better experiences. The whole industry moves forward when collaboration happens. And that's really the ambition of today's session. But it's also something that we're looking at doing as CoCubed on a more ongoing basis. Over COVID, we set ourselves a challenge. How can we deliver practical startup solutions bespoke to retailer challenges in 24 hours for an amount that you can charge to your credit card? And I'm really excited to be offering you access to what we call Go Partner. Here's how it works. Share your brief. What's the thing that keeps you up at night? We'll then get our network of scouts to curate 10 startups overnight that we think are right for you. They then land in your inbox the next day, all for less than 500 quid. So if you're inspired by the startups that you're seeing today, but you've got a specific challenge that you'd like to tackle, then share your brief, swipe your card, and let's go partner. You'll find more details in the expo booth right after this. But let's get back to today. This week, we're partnering with Retail Week on these special edition 660 sessions to connect retailers and entrepreneurs who are shaking up the industry. We kicked things off yesterday looking at customer champions, and we heard pitches from 6 startups with fantastic solutions to improving the customer experience. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at physical retail with a dive into store superheroes. And on Thursday, we're going to be wrapping up the series with a slot looking at the future of retail. But today is all about digital collaborators. And here to tell us more from Retail Week, please welcome Poppy. Poppy, welcome back to the club.
Thanks, Jeremy. Hi.
Poppy, before we get on to the topic, give us a lowdown on Retail Week Live and what's happening there.
Absolutely. So Retail Week Live is the largest gathering of retail leadership in the UK. It will take place in October 7th and 8th this year, postponed from March. One of the key features of Retail Week Live is an area called Discovery. And it's where we partner with CoCubed to house 50 of the most exciting startups that we believe are shaking up the retail industry. Across the 2 days of Retail Week Live, we run a pitching competition, which is judged by a group of senior retailers and experts to then crown the Startup of the Year. Retailers really love the Discovery Zone because they can quickly identify which startups could help add new innovations and ideas to their businesses. So I'm really looking forward to the next hour, which will give us a taste of what's to come in October.
Brilliant. Obviously an amazing event, and it's going to come at a really crucial time to the industry. So today is all about digital collaborators. Can you give us a little bit more flavor around the topic and what's going on today?
Yeah, absolutely. So the pace of change has accelerated even faster over the past 4 months because of COVID. It's really forced retailers to focus heavily on their digital strategy. And to do this, more and more businesses are needing to partner together to leverage expertise and gain competitive advantage. To win, retailers really need to work out what they build in-house and what they buy, and most crucially, from where. So knowing how to manage these partnerships is critical. The Digital Collaborators Tribe was designed to forge these vital partnerships and help retailers take their e-commerce and digital to the next level. So everything from AI-based fashion forecasting to next-generation shoppable video. And today we're showcasing just 6 of those digital collaborator startups, but you can check out many more of them at Retail Week Live in October.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thanks, Poppy. You're going to be doing the pitches in a minute, but right now it's time to say goodbye, and I'll explain what's happening over the next 50 minutes. So in just a second, we're going to hear insights from our guest speaker. Then we're going to dive right into the pitches from the 6 startups with practical solutions that you can plug and play to improve your digital capabilities. And then at about 2:45, we're going to move into the expo booth where you'll be able to meet with the startups one-on-one. You can ask some questions, you can connect with other club members, and you can continue the conversation there. There's also a chat bar to your right. Say hello, make comments, ask questions as we go. But right now, it's my privilege to introduce our guest speaker. Michael Vladsgaard is the founder and CEO of London Dynamic, working at the forefront of augmented reality. He has 20 years in retail, including 10 years of VP of digital transformation at IKEA, where he led the development of IKEA Place, one of the first globally successful commercial retail applications of AR. Michael, welcome to the club.
Thank you. Thank you for the nice introduction.
Not at all. Well, I gave a brief intro, but Michael, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your background and your journey in digital transformation?
You can say I come from the big corporate world, and I spent many years at IKEA fighting the corporates and trying to do all the solutions from inside. So I'm a good guy to talk to when it comes to collaborating with partners or doing it yourself. And we did many things when I was heading up the digital transformation of the whole IKEA business model, basically taking it into the future, optimizing the customer experience. And the most successful thing we did was launch the IKEA Place app, which was allowing customers to try the furniture at home before buying it. And then, sorry.
That was a real game changer for the industry, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was like the first commercial application of emerging technology augmented reality is. And it's one of the first statements besides Pokemon and those things where you actually drive business and purchase decisions.
Yeah. And then that's what led you to go into setting up London Dynamics?
Yeah, so the thing was, we got Tim Cook excited. He invited me to New York. I launched this to the world press together with him. He even brought us on Good Morning America as a showpiece of the future of online shopping. And then I thought, hey, let's put a team together and do this for ourselves. So we branched off, had a little wait time, and now we launched London Dynamics. And we offer this augmented reality experience to any retailer today.
Amazing. So today's all about connecting retailers with startups to move the industry forward. I'm interested, how do you think COVID is changing the way that retailers partner with innovators?
Now, I think retailers, they wake up now. So there has been an ongoing trend, right? You can look at the high streets in UK are going down and online is going up, and it was at a pretty high pace, and it's a very advanced market here. And then COVID basically just compressed 7 years into 7 weeks. So that's the whole thing. Now people wake up, and it's not 20% of sales or 15% of sales. It's about 30% of their sale, which goes online. So everybody who was scrambling before, they're going to be even more in panic now. And the ones that were a little bit ahead, they probably feel better. But you see, everybody's waking up, trying to do something. So it's a lot of panic out there.
Yeah, and I mean, there is a lot of panic, but there's also a fundamental shift, isn't there, that's happening that you sort of talked about with this shift from the high street to online. What do you think retailers should be doing to navigate these changes?
I think you have to stimulate your online business, because the thing is that it's not going to go away. And if you're looking at online today, obviously I do augmented reality, so I'm going to argue that you need to have the touch and feel and the more like sizing up a little bit what you're buying, so you're not just stuck on your screen on your phone to only looking at pictures or videos or text. And this is where augmented reality gives you that touch and feel. You can try it out, you can inspect it in your own place, and you can play around with it in a different way. And I think anybody who shops online, besides clothing, because it's a little bit different sector, they need to go into stuff like this. So AR, AI, absolutely 100%.
Absolutely. And Obviously, this is a change and affects today, but it also affects the next 2 to 3 years. What do you think retail is going to look like in 2 to 3 years' time, and how do people start preparing for that now?
Yeah, so I predicted a little while back in an investor magazine podcast that 20% of UK retail have to be repurposed. So I feel like we are in a stage now where you're going to wash out a little bit. It was an over-saturated market. There was too many retailers, and it's not good enough experience. People are moving online, and they're going to stay there, and they might go back a little bit, but it's definitely shifted. So I think that you're going to see a cleanup in retail. Then you have to repurpose the high street, and then you have to give what you gave on the high street to people shopping online. And what we used to have at high street, we don't have it yet, is you go out, you have a nice day out, you feel connected, you touch and feel, you browse around, and you meet up and you socialize. All those things are not present at the high street now, and they're definitely not present online. So those things you have to enable online. You have to give a more inspirational shopping online, not just the technical, you buy now and you get it in half an hour. That's impressive, but it doesn't drive me emotionally. So we have to find the next level online.
Yeah, interesting. And a good challenge there, and also a great segue to what you're doing at London Dynamics, but also the other 6 startups that we're about to meet.
Absolutely.
In a few minutes.
Yeah.
So thank you, Michael. And of course, if anyone's here is interested in connecting with Michael, his details are there as well. We've got a slide that will come up with those details. But right now, Michael, we'll say thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll jump on to the next stage. So what time is it? Well, that's right. It is pitch time. And what a lineup we have for you today. Here to talk us through what's going to happen and to introduce the startups, we've got Poppy. Poppy, over to you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Right, let's do this. So these pitches are designed to be intentionally fast and furious. Each startup has just 2 minutes each, and there's only time for one question at the end. So let's get on with our first pitch. Did you know that the average UK shopper is a size 16, but the average model is a size 6? So as an online shopper, how do you know what's going to suit you without having to buy and then return? With a novel solution from SixSixty, please welcome Tareen. Tareen will be joining us now. Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Over to you.
Hi, my name's Tareem. I'm the CEO and founder of SixSixty. We exist because models don't look like shoppers, and my mission is to diversify representation and drive sales through inclusion. SixSixty is the French word for doppelganger, or a real person that looks like me. Our core product is a technology platform that connects e-commerce to store employees to create employee-generated content from fashion try-ons on demand and integrate this seamlessly into retailers' social channels and websites. Online shoppers benefit from SixSixty directly on the retailer's product detail pages, where our product integrates to show the item tried on. Each try-on includes several views of the item, size worn, body measurements of the SixSixty, and her fit or styling tips. The store location of the SixSixty, who's basically the employee of the retailer, can also be seen. And shoppers can browse through various sizes on a variety of people. Our impact for one of our clients, Target, which is a large retailer in the United States, makes it clear that shoppers love engaging with SixSixty content, and as a result, they buy more. Target has benefited from 173% increase in engagement and a 4 times increase in sales conversion on PDPs with SixSixty content. Using the SixSixty platform as a retailer is very simple. Our dashboard is used by the retailer's e-commerce team to specify the inventory for which they want to request content. And store staff receive these requests for content on our SixSixty mobile app. They then accept these requests, take pictures, add fit tips, utilizing inventory that is already in stores. Our app captures their key body measurements and the product size they're wearing. Store staff absolutely love being SixSixties, and retailers benefit from converting some of their idle time in stores into productive time. Adidas, which is another one of our clients, their store staff, for example, are active on the SixSixty platform, which has increased their utilization by 46% and transformed them into product experts and brand ambassadors. So like Target and Adidas, you can also reap greater online engagement and sales by using the SixSixty platform to convert your inventory into content and your staff into ambassadors. Thank you.
Brilliant, and spot on the time there, Tareen. Thank you. I've got a really quick question for you. So what about the retailers who don't either have a physical store, or I guess those at the moment whose stores are closed because of the pandemic? How do you work with those companies?
That's a really good question, actually, Poppy. We, for example, Adidas, what we did with them is their store staff, while they were at home during COVID-19, they were actually shipped inventory to their home, inventory that they returned, but they were continuously creating content for the e-commerce channel. So it was actually super helpful to the client during COVID-19 to have their staff engaged, doing something productive. Otherwise, they'd just be doing nothing at home, and support the e-commerce channel, which was the only way to sell during COVID. And so that's a hint as to how we serve retailers that don't have stores at all. We leverage any of their employees, whether they are actually in store or part of other departments, and we can ship inventory at home and create content at home.
Fab, brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Tareem.
Thanks.
Right, I'm going to move on to our next pitch now. So with the economy struggling and marketing budgets shrinking, every pound counts. How can retailers be sure they're putting their marketing spend into the right place? Please welcome John from Modo25. Hi, John.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Over to you.
Modo25 are a specialist digital marketing technology provider and in-housing company. We built an innovative new tool called Bosco, which will help you do three things. So Bosco will help you benchmark your performance against your peers and give you a Bosco index across all your different channels, so across all your paid channels and across your SEO, to see where the opportunity to improve performance is. And more interesting and even more exciting, it will tell you how to split your budget across all your channels so that you can invest the right money in the right place to give you maximum return against the targets that you want. And then what if you've got extra budget? Have you ever been asked that question about if you have an extra £10,000, where would you spend it? Bosco will automatically, using our AI and multiple sources of data, you should spend that money against your actual targets to give you the maximum return. And you don't no longer have to be just reliant on Google shopping and be the slave unto Google to find where you should invest your money. So Bosco will enable you to benchmark, identify where you should spend your money, and also identify where you should invest that extra money across all the marketing platforms that you're using.
Brilliant. Thank you, John.
You might not have used all my 2 minutes. Sorry, I kept it very short.
You did, but that you've done the elevator pitch there, where there's sort of 30 seconds in and out. So fab. A quick question for you. So if a client did have an additional £30,000 available in their marketing budget, how would you know how to spend it to get maximum ROI?
Well, the challenge currently would be that people would have to either go to their existing agency or spend a long time crunching a load of numbers, and it's all quite subjective. So until Bosco was invented, this was actually quite a hard question. So it not only enables you to answer that question really quickly in your pocket, it also helps you hold your internal team to best practice, or basically for you to be able to challenge your agency. So it's a very manual process right now until we invented Bosco.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, John. And if you guys would like to learn more, John will be at their booth after all the pitches. So
thank you very much.
Move on to the next pitch now. When it comes to fashion, forecasting what stock you need and when can make the difference between a thriving business and just another statistic. Helping retailers navigate the future from Stylumia, please.
Good afternoon to all of you. Hope you're all staying safe. I'm Ganesh Subramanian, founder and CEO of Stylumia. We are a fashion, home, and lifestyle deep tech startup. Just to give you a statistic, in 2018, in fashion alone, the world produced 150 billion garments, out of which 50 billion, 50, never sold a single piece, and 50 billion sold at serious discount, creating serious economic and environmental impact. That's the size of the problem we are solving by eliminating guesswork in fashion and lifestyle retail. Our customers use our B2B SaaS solution to increase their bestseller proportions by creating them. We have demonstrated revenue growth, inventory reduction, and profit growth with 10 to 20x ROI under 12 months. We have so far eliminated wastage of 60 million products in the last 3 years. Our select clients include Amazon, Bestseller Group, LVMH, Target, Lowe's, Pepe Jeans, New Balance, Myntra, Wrangler, to name a few, across value, premium, luxury, online, offline, and diverse categories with global presence and compelling partnerships. How are we doing it? We have a proprietary demand sensing AI engine. Repeat, demand sensing AI engine when the market is full of supply sense or subjective expertise, which collects data at internet scale, through which we help the product developers spot winning product and trend ideas. We also help them predict demand of new unseen products, which is very special in fashion, one of its kind in the world. This is consumer research on steroids. All the guesswork on product decisions and quantity decisions is out of the window, more relevant than ever before in these COVID times. Not only that, we also help them auto-generate design ideas using our proprietary GAN models. The products made have twice the probability of winning. During COVID times, our clients are using our solutions to amplify their digital business, which is imperative for now. While we have many recognitions, the notable ones are the United Nations and Fashion for Good rallying for our adoption to eliminate wastage due to ill-informed decision-making. To know more about how hundreds of brands and retailers are transforming their business using Stylumia, visit us at our booth. Thank you very much.
Ganesh, thank you very much. Just a quick question for you. You touched on it briefly, but could you explain a little bit more about how your solution helps fashion and lifestyle brands during COVID times?
Yeah. During COVID times, one of the key challenges for any fashion brand or retailer is to stay relevant. What they thought is the summer season or the autumn-winter season of this year will go is not the way consumers are shopping. What they're shopping right now is very different. It's a lot of about the desk trend. It's the category ratios are changing. What kind of fashion attributes they are picking up is completely changing. How do we ensure that the brands and retailers are on top of the demand? One, how do they optimize what they have in inventory? They have two problems. One is how do we sell most of what they are stuck in inventory? Second, how do they stay relevant in the forthcoming seasons? We are helping them to clear off their inventory, which they are sitting with right now and being relevant. And second, how do they forecast what kind of demand which is going to come in a few months from now, considering all the movement of consumer demand in these periods? For we have seen that they're able to amplify their digital business, particularly during this time using our solutions.
Brilliant. Ganesh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we're halfway through the pitches now. We're going to move on to pitch 4. Knowing when and where to place ads to get the most out of your spend is fundamental to a growing retail brand. But with so much noise, how can retailers really get it right quickly and efficiently? Solution to that challenge from Citrus Ads, please welcome Kim. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Poppy. Hi.
Over to you.
Right, lovely. Thank you very much. So hi, everyone. My name's Kim and I head up Citrus here in the UK. We are a world-leading retail media platform. We've only been around for 3.5 years, but already we work with 40 retailers across 22 countries. In the UK, we work with Ocado, Tech Data, Sainsbury's and Argos, and more retailers to follow shortly, certainly in the UK. The problems that we solve today, I think from a retailer's point of view, and certainly with coronavirus being what it is and what it's done to the traffic, retailers are really struggling to monetize their websites and become true media owners in their own right. What our solution does, we are a white label platform, and we help retailers monetize and deliver relevant media to the right shopper at the right place and at the right time. So we can help them build scale very quickly. We're a server-to-server solution, so we're delivering native content and relevant content back to that shopper. From a brand's point of view, and why brands like love using our platform is purely down to the transparency of the performance metrics that we deliver them. So we can help brands understand the click-through rates, the impressions, the sales generated. We only measure on a cost, on a click basis. So there's no kind of fluffy noise around whether an impression equaled a sale. It's only if the shopper clicked, we can attribute that to a sale if the shopper ends up purchasing that product. From a shopper's point of view, because it's all about completing that value chain, from a shopper's point of view, it's about delivering the relevant product to the relevant shopper. So it improves that shopper journey as well. So it's fulfilling that magic circle. What we deliver sponsored search, display media, banner advertising, landing pages, emails, branded pages, you name it, anything that has a digital footprint where we can deliver a relevant message to the relevant shopper and deliver performance marketing. That's essentially what we do. We're going to be in the booth later, and if you've got any questions, please feel free to come and have a chat.
Kim, thank you very much. I've got a quick question.
Yeah.
What is the biggest mistake that you've seen retailers making, and how does Citrus Ad help?
I think the very short answer is they try to do it themselves.
So a great answer to the question.
They try and do it themselves, and that's where they fail, because they get 6 months down the road. There's been multiple retailers that we're working with today who have tried this solution, and you know, they're fantastic at selling products. That's what they do. We can help them deliver the advertising, and I think that's essentially the problems that they've faced, and thankfully realised it.
Brilliant. Kim, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great. We're going to move on to the penultimate pitch now. This is going so quickly. So headless commerce is a term that's becoming more and more prominent in the retail industry, but what does it actually mean, and how can retailers use it to their advantage? Here to tell us from Graphene, Andre.
Hi everybody, my name is Andre Brown. I was the founder and former chief exec of Attract, an e-commerce software business that I ran successfully for 15 years. Since leaving Attract in 2018, I've been working on a new business providing a platform for headless commerce. For those of you unfamiliar with the term, it means decoupling the front-end presentation layer of your e-commerce site from the back-end technologies that power it. And really it represents a move away from the traditional model of outsourcing the e-commerce function towards enabling in-house teams to create their own e-commerce solutions. There's a lot of noise about moving to headless at the moment, but in reality it's quite a complex challenge, as you need to determine which microservices you want to use and how you're going to get everything working together. Our vision is to provide a framework enabling retailers of all sizes to move to headless commerce. And we've built an open platform designed to do just that. It's brand new software written from scratch, built around an API-first architecture. It comes pre-built with APIs and a user interface, plus some exceptional microservices. It includes a templating engine, which will save you a lot of time, and a business logic layer to control the various technologies that you're plugging in. Our microservices also include search and merchandising, which I think will become the gold standard for that, plus a full function e-commerce engine. We're currently in stealth mode, but we have signed our first few clients and we'll be going live in August. I look forward to talking to everybody later. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Andre. So a quick question for you. How are you guys different from everyone else offering headless solution? What's kind of your USP and makes you unique?
Sure. So I think a lot of headless providers are a bit like a box of Lego bricks. So I give you the box, you've got to figure out which microservices you want and how you're going to plug it together. We're a bit more like a Lego board where, you know, we're the thing that you plug the microservices into, is how I'd describe it.
Fab. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Andre, and I'm sure people will come and ask you questions at your booth later on.
Thank you.
So we've nearly reached the end, but we now have our final pitch of the day. Video content has never been more important to brands wanting to connect with consumers. So taking your content to the next level from Smartser, please welcome Caroline. Hopefully Caroline will be joining us shortly. She doesn't want to miss her last pitch of the day. Is Caroline joining us? Here. Jack, are you being Caroline?
Yeah, I'll take over Caroline. I think she's having some technical issues.
Fabulous. Well, it's good to have a backup. Jack, I'll hand over to you.
No worries. Thanks for having me. Hi guys, I'm Jack. I'm an account manager here at Smartser. So yeah, of course, I'm sorry that Caroline couldn't make it today. But yeah, so Smartser is a video tagging platform that helps brands maximize the value of their creative assets by making them interactive and shoppable. The platform is used by a wide range of brands and retailers across the fashion and luxury sector, such as Adidas, COS, Dior and Missoni to turn a normal video into a highly engaging piece of content that also enables a new way of selling products. Brands use the tagging tools easily to make all products in their content clickable and shoppable. For example, when someone is watching a video, they can see a product they like, they can click on it to instantly see more details and to link to shop directly from the video. The platform is built in a way that once a video is made shoppable, it is automatically optimized for sharing across the brand's social media, website, and e-commerce. The system also captured detailed video analytics across these channels. To see some live examples, please join us at the booth.
Jack, you're a brilliant understudy. Well done. That's fab.
Slightly taken by surprise, but
no,
you know.
you smashed it. Well done. I've got a quick question, if you don't mind. And I guess it's just around how brands measure the success of their shoppable video through you guys.
Yeah, so we track a lot of video interaction data. So overall, our videos see an average of a roughly 50% engagement rates. And also we see a roughly around 15% click-through rates on those videos as well. So yeah, but we're able to track a lot of those data points within our analytics dashboard, which obviously everyone gets access to as part of the platform.
Brilliant. Jack, thank you very much, and thanks for stepping in last minute.
It's all right, no worries.
Excellent. Well, thank you to all of the 6 startups who pitched today. And remember, if you like what you saw, you can actually meet them in person at Retail Week Live on the 7th and 8th of October, as well as hearing from over 120 world-class speakers, including Malcolm Walker, MD of Iceland, Alessandra Bellini, the Chief Customer Officer at Tesco, and Pranav Saxena, the VP of Product at Flipkart, to name just a few. If you'd like to learn more, you can get a ticket at live.retail-week.com. But for now, I'm going to welcome Jeremy back to the stage.
Fantastic. Well done, Poppy, and congratulations to each of the 6 startups for some great pictures and fascinating solutions there. As Poppy said, there's more where that came from, so don't miss the store superhero session tomorrow. That's 2 to 3 p.m. where we'll be looking at startup solutions that can turbocharge the experience. And then on Thursday, we're going to be looking at the future of retail, where we look at how the industry will evolve over the next 3 to 5 years, powered by startups who are pioneering that change. So we'll see you tomorrow, and thank you, Poppy.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Right now, let's head over to the Expo Zone. This is your chance to get up close and personal with each of the startups you've heard from. Jump in, ask questions, pick their brains. They're a friendly bunch, and they're keen to talk to you. So when you go to the Expo booth, click on the tab on the left-hand margin there, go to the booth that's most interesting to you, turn your camera on, and you can start asking questions as you would with a normal Zoom conversation. Or of course, there's chat functionality where you can chat and type your question in there. And then there's a blue button where you can click to share your details, and the founder will be in touch with you right away as well. Thanks again for joining, and we'll see you here, same time, same place, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Thanks.